Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to my channel today. I am so excited for this video. I don't know why I waited so long to make this video, but I'm finally here sitting down to tell you all about my engagement ring. So we got engaged September 29th and today is April 24th. So it's been a while and I wanted to make this video for so long and I get so many questions about my ring and about this video like every day, and I don't know why you haven't made it. I keep telling myself, oh yeah, I gotta film that, gotta film that. So I'm finally so thankful to be sitting down and filming this video for you guys. So really what I want to do today is just tell you all about the ring shopping process for Brett and I, and why we chose what we chose, and then I'm gonna tell you like every single thing that I told the jeweler that I wanted, and like every like what's it called? I don't know, every detail that I wanted, and that is what got me this ring. So if you want a similar ring, I'm going to tell you exactly what I say. I'll actually list it down below in my description box. Also, if that's a little bit easier for you guys, I'll try to list all the info there where we got it and everything like that. But I just wanted to make an entire video about it because I feel like it's a huge deal. It's a huge, you know, part of wedding planning. I mean, it's the first thing, you know, it's the first thing you do. So, well, first thing for us at least. So also I want to say that in all of my wedding series videos, this is just my experience in my relationship, and it's just me and Brett. So your wedding planning process, your ring buying process, your ring, your marriage, your relationship, everything is gonna be, and it's okay that it's different than what me and Brett experience. So yeah, I just don't ever want you guys to compare yourself to me or my experience or anything like that in a good or bad way. This is just me sharing what I've experienced, and I'm just excited to bring it to you guys because I know that you guys are so excited for us. So yeah, let's just talk about my ring. Where do I want to start? Let's talk about the process of like how we got to talking about rings. So I get a lot of comments of questions of younger girls that are like around my age being like, I really want my boyfriend to buy a ring, and like we talk about getting engaged, but like how do you like start that conversation of like the actual ring? And I totally get it. For Brett and I, we also, you know, were like really gentle with like how we talked about things at that part of our relationship. So we started talking about rings about a little less than a year into dating, and I actually brought it up. But I felt comfortable enough to, you know. Actually what happened is Alex, I was at her house one day and she was talking to me about it, and she was like, I could send you some info of some jewelers we liked and like the jeweler that they worked with, and I was like, yeah, that'd be great. So I went home to Brett that day and I was like, hey, so my sister was saying that she'll send us the info of like their wedding ring jeweler, and like she had a great experience with her, like how do you feel about like just getting her info? And he was like, oh yeah, of course, like so into it. So I was like, okay, cool. So we kind of started talking about it then and there. Also, this is a funny story, but one of my friends was getting engaged, and her current boyfriend, now fiance, or now husband, yeah, her boyfriend at the time messaged me, and he was like, what do you think about this ring? And I knew exactly what she wanted, and the ring he was thinking was nothing like what she wanted. So I was like, no, like it's not that big a deal, but I was like, no, like I know exactly what she wants. So I sent him the right pictures and whatever, she ended up with the perfect ring that she wanted. So I just shared that story with Brett, and I was like, just so you know, like when that time comes where we do decide to pick out rings, I want to pick it out. Like that's so important to me. Like I want to take the stress off of Brett, and I want to make sure that it's something that I'm going to love for the rest of my life, and I want to be involved. Like I want to do it together. You know, like I feel like all of our wedding planning process we've done completely together, and we want to do all of life together. So I feel like that all kind of started with wedding planning and ring design. So I just let Brett know that I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be involved. Like if we're gonna get married together, let's do all of it together. So that was kind of our viewpoint. So I guess I initially like brought up ring shopping, but once Brett was on board, it was kind of like we were mutually talking about it. But also like when I wanted to bring it up, like I would have to do it in a way where like I didn't want to put pressure on Brett to do it sooner and like that. And just I feel like I'm pretty honest, and just what I would say is, hey, I don't want you to feel pressured to do this sooner, but this is what I'm thinking. Even like I typically don't get my nails done, but knowing that we were talking about rings, I decided to start getting my nails done. So even then, when I decided to go get my acrylics back on, I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna start getting my nails done, but that doesn't mean you need to propose like anytime soon. Just let you know, I'm excited, so I'm getting my nails done. And that was like 5 months before he proposed. So I just feel like, just be honest, just say how you feel, and your significant other should be able to accept how you feel and understand that and listen to it. I feel like that's so important. So we were just honest with each other, but also, you know, one step at a time. Obviously, for our relationship, like the way we talk about marriage now and now that we're engaged is different than how we talked about it when we were just dating, because I feel like that's just a whole new stage, and there's a whole new, just everything is so new. So yeah, just be honest with your significant other, tell them how you feel, and then yeah, just wait. So that's how we kind of started talking about it. And then, gosh, we went through maybe 7, I think, different jewelers to find the right one. We just had a lot of like qualifications that we wanted. Like we for sure wanted a moissanite ring. I knew this was the ring that I wanted when we initially started talking about it. So like I knew I wanted a moissanite, which was hard to find in general then, but now I feel like it's so mainstream. Like everyone has moissanite now. And I just knew like a couple things that I wanted based off of that. And some jewelers couldn't make that. Some jewelers like could only work with diamonds. Some jewelers like couldn't get it exactly what I wanted. And like, I don't know, we just had like some weird experience with some jewelers, but then others it just didn't work out, or like the price point was a little bit not what we were expecting, like stuff like that. So we just went through a bunch of different jewelers until we found the perfect one, and we had such a good experience. So the one we ended up with was about 6 months after we started talking about rings. So we had actually designed our ring with like 2 or 3 other jewelers, and it just didn't work out. So we designed it a few times, and then finally we found Craft Revival. It's right downtown Grand Rapids. So just so many good vibes. Right when we walked in, we were like, wow, like this is so cool. But anyways, so around that time we had already designed it a few times. So we were pretty sure on like exactly what we wanted. So like I sent the guy at Craft Revival, his name's Jason, I sent him all of like my exact things that I like, every detail I wanted with the ring I sent over to him. It was like, can you do this? And without me even asking for anything, he like made like a little like video mock-up of what it would look like with like music in the background. It was just so cool and like so unexpected. I was like, wow, like. And in the video, it's just like a cartoon video, but it looked exactly like the ring I was always picturing. So I was like, this is it, like we did it. So we started to work with him like more closely, and what's really cool about Craft Revival is, first of all, he made that video, but also what we did was went in, tried on a bunch of rings, like picked and choose exactly what I wanted, like all the different little details about the ring. I'll get into all the details, but we just like got to pick and choose based off of other rings and pictures and everything, and he really listened to us and like gave us the time of day, which is amazing. And everything is custom made, so you can buy one that they already have pre-made, or you can custom make like everything. So this is completely custom, so that's so cool. But then what he does is makes a wax model of it. So I was able to go, after a couple times of meeting, I was able to go and try on the wax model. So it's really cool because I get to try it on and see it, and actually see it on my hand, make sure it's like the size that I want, like just make sure it's all the dimensions that I want based off of my hand and my like finger length and everything. Like I could make sure it was perfect without actually seeing the ring. So without taking away that like shock and surprise of what the ring is actually going to look like. I thought that was so cool. That was not an option anywhere else, only at Craft Revival. So that was amazing. So after trying on the wax model, I changed a couple things and made it perfect. And then after that, I was not involved. After that, I was like, okay, Brett, here you go. Oh shoot, I have ring boxes. You guys have seen them. I'll grab them and show you guys. If I can't remember where I put them. I have ring boxes. So I ordered those when we started talking about rings, and I gave them to Brett. And I was like, this is the ring box I want you to propose with. It was so beautiful. It's like, it's from the Mrs. Box. I'll put pictures right here. It's from the Mrs. Box on Instagram, and they make velvet ring boxes that are really beautiful colors. You can engrave them, so I had mine engraved. And I gave those to Brett, and I was like, when you're ready to propose, I want these back filled with my ring. So he did end up using that box, which was so nice. But yeah, so I think that was the whole process. And then whenever Brett bought the ring, and then he proposed September 29th, and it was all beautiful, and we love the ring. And I think I am gonna get it sized. I lost about 20 pounds since I first since I first tried on the ring. So my fingers are a little bit smaller, so I need to get it sized. Definitely, it does always kind of float around, but if I didn't lose weight, it would have fit perfectly. And I guess let's just get into the details. So something that I love about my ring, as I'll show close-ups right here, is that the bottom of my ring is flat. I think that's called a European shank. So it's a whole circle and then the bottom is flat, and that helps it stay upright. Since the center stone is a little bit heavy and bigger, it can tend to slide around my finger. Even if it wasn't big on me, it could tend to do that just because the center is so heavy. So that helps it kind of stay upright. Something else you can do is put 2 little balls underneath your finger, and that will also hold it upright. I'm thinking about adding that, but first I want to size it and then we'll see. This is a size 6, and I think earlier I was a 5.75, and then I got a size 6, so I think I'm going to be a little bit smaller than 5.75. I don't know, totally up to you. Go try on, like you can try on sizers when you go and try out rings. Anyway, so that's one detail I love about my ring. So it is a moissanite. So I love the idea of moissanite. Actually, before I wanted moissanite, I wanted like an aquamarine. I just thought that like blue, like kind of like clearish blue was so beautiful. And my sister has a morganite. So I guess seeing how she has a pink ring, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I don't need to have like a diamond color. So that kind of gave me permission, I feel like, in a way, to kind of do whatever I wanted with my ring. So I was like, should I get blue? So I really wanted an aquamarine because I've always thought that color was so beautiful. And my mom has an aquamarine ring, not a wedding ring, but just in general a ring. And I would always wear it because I just thought it was so beautiful. So beautiful with my skin tone. I just loved it. But Brett and I decided it would be best to just get the regular like clear stone and then maybe get an aquamarine down the line just for fun. So I decided to get the moissanite, and I did a ton of research. So like I said, we had about, we did it for a year, and then Brett didn't propose for another year. So I had a lot of time to do a lot of research on like exactly what I wanted, and my best option was moissanite. So there's so many reasons I chose it, and there's so many reasons that you can choose it, and your reasons might be different than mine, but I kind of wanted to go through some of the reasons. I have them written down so I don't say anything wrong. I got a lot of this info from, what's it called? What is that? Some store, like some website. I'll link it down below. But anyways, I got a lot of info from there. I watched a lot of like Lauren B, like a jewelry designer. I watched a lot of their YouTube videos and a lot from their website. I learned a lot from James Allen. Like I just learned a lot from every jeweler website, like big ones too. What is that one called? I don't know. Anyways, benefits of moissanite are its cost. It's a little bit more cost efficient. So like a ring this size, this is a 5 carat. A ring this size is a lot more affordable in a moissanite than a diamond. There are ways that you can get a more affordable diamond, like a lab grown diamond that's not like a like man-made like, or a mined diamond, like a man-made like lab grown diamond would be a little bit more affordable than a mined diamond. But anyways, cost-wise, I'm pretty sure moissanite is always going to be a little bit more affordable than diamonds. So this was like a 5 carat diamond would not even be remotely possible for Brett and I to get, but I knew I wanted that look. But I know a lot of girls where like they really want a diamond. Like there's just some meaning behind having a diamond, and I totally get it. But for me, I just knew I wanted this look, and I wanted it to be quality, but I really wanted this look. So I was like, there's got to be a way where I can get a really quality stone that's affordable without having to get like a costume jewelry, you know what I mean? So anyways, there's the cost. It is more eco-friendly and ethical because it is lab grown. So cool. And then it's a 9.25 hardness on the hardness scale, which a diamond I think is a 10. So it's like almost as hard as a diamond. So that means it's really durable. It won't scratch. When I wash it, I just use a new toothbrush and some dish soap and some water, and I just like scrub it with a toothbrush, and it obviously won't scratch. I can drop it. I haven't dropped it, but stuff like that. So it's really hard and durable, and like will just last just like a diamond will. So that's amazing. Like you're not sacrificing quality like that. What else? I have written here, moissanite is a gemstone like aquamarine or ruby. So it is a gemstone. It's not like like you can find moissanite, I think it's like from like a meteor or something, and then they found out how to like lab grow it. So that's how it's made. And then what does this have? Oh yes, this I thought was interesting. So this is kind of like, I don't want to say giveaway because like I'm not in any way trying to hide this. This is a moissanite. In no way have I ever said this is a diamond. Like if anyone ever asks me, I always say, oh, it's a moissanite. Like it's so cool to me. Like I like that it's a moissanite. But I guess like the really big differentiator between a moissanite and a diamond is that in the light, I can really tell right here. The moissanite will kind of reflect a lot of fire, like a lot of like rainbow little reflex will reflect off of it, where a diamond will reflect more white. So around my center stone, I have halo diamonds, and those do reflect more white. So I feel like in general, it just makes those diamonds look brighter. And just, I don't know, I just love it all together. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that's a pretty big difference. So especially in a larger stone like this, it's a lot more obvious that that is like a rainbow reflection. Rather than just like a bright white reflection. And you can totally, like if you go to the jewelry store, ask to see them like side by side, and you can totally see that difference. But other than like the reflection it gives off, because it's really hard to tell the difference from my perspective at least. And then yeah, so I think that's all the reasons I chose moissanite. So let's get into like the actual dimensions of it. So my ring is a 5 carat Moissanite Center Stone. It's 11 by 9 millimeters. Like the center stone is 11 by 9 millimeters. It's a radiant cut. So I knew I wanted like a rectangle, like a longer, I like the square. I also like circle, but then I was like, I think I just gotta go with a rectangle. Like I feel like I have long fingers, so like my fingers and hands can like handle like a larger stone like that. So that's what I decided with. I love it. And then I do have a halo surrounding the center stone that is diamonds. Those are really tiny diamonds. I forget which size they are, but they're very, very tiny. I love the way that that looks. And then it's kind of like, the center stone is kind of like lifted off of those diamonds. You've got to see it in person. It's so pretty. And then the band is 14 karat yellow gold. It's solitaire. There is no diamonds, no nothing on it. It has a hard edge, so sometimes bands can kind of be rounded. I liked it to look more like squared off on the edge. I just thought that looked more flattering on my hand. And then I like how underneath the center stone, there's nothing in there. You can just see straight to like the little point of the moissanite stone. So I don't have any diamonds in there. I don't have any like little like details, like just nothing. I just wanted it really simple and basic, and I just really wanted the top center stone to just stand out and be like the star of the show. So that's what I got. And I think the bandwidth is 1.75 or 2 millimeters. It's very thin. I wanted that bandwidth to be extremely thin, and I think for the wedding band, I'm not sure yet. I'll show you guys when I get it, but we're not sure yet. But I think I would want it to be the same like thin bandwidth, like that 2 millimeters or less. But I just love it so much. I think it's so beautiful. I'm so thankful that Brett and I could do this together, and I'm so thankful that he got this for me. It's like the most beautiful gift he's like ever going to give me, like physically wise. And it's just so cool. I love it so much. What else do I want to talk about? Okay, so I got these off of Amazon. You guys know I like to work out. So I picked up some silicone rings. I think these are cool. I like them. Brett ordered them too, and he doesn't like them, but I like them. So I like to wear these to the gym. I also do Orange Theory. I don't love to wear my ring during that. If you're doing cardio, I think it's fine to wear your ring, but if you're using weights and stuff, you don't want the weight to kind of like press on it, and like it could like misshape the band. So anyways, I got these silicone rings from Amazon. I got a white one, a bronze one, and like a chrome silver one. So it kind of looks like jewelry, like regular gold or silver jewelry, but I think they're really cool. Brett thinks they kind of like fold up when he uses weights, but I don't really notice that, so I like those. And then I also get a lot of questions about Brett's ring. So I did get Brett an engagement ring. I bought Brett's ring about 3 or 2 months, I don't remember, a little bit before he proposed, so I always had it with me, and I just got that off Amazon. It's a tungsten ring. I think it was around like 30 bucks, and then I got him a little wooden like asymmetrical ring box that's also from Amazon, and it was really cool. He loved it. I love it. So he wears his engagement ring right now, but we did get him a nicer quality wedding day ring. So we got 2 options. I think we got a black one and then a tungsten, like regular looking one. So these are from Jude Ridge. I've shown these before in a video, but they're really cool. This is the one. Okay, so this is the packaging. It's really cool. It just says Jude Ridge. They reached out to me on Instagram. That's how I found them, so make sure you follow them. And this is a magnetic ring box, so that's really cool. And then this is his new ring. It's really beautiful. This is also tungsten. It's so, you can just tell, I don't know how, but you can tell the quality is so much nicer with this. Like, it's heavier, it's more comfortable on Brett's hand. Like, at first, Brett never wears jewelry, but when he first got his engagement ring, he was like, this is really uncomfortable. And I was like, just get used to it like you're not used to it. But still to this day, like, he doesn't think it's comfortable, but he thinks these ones are comfortable. So I thought that was interesting. So we got him that for our wedding day. So he'll get that on our wedding day, and then I'll get the wedding band on our wedding day. And I think that's all the details. So I'll definitely try to include some close-ups, close-up shots and close-up pictures of my ring and Brett's ring and all the details. But again, I'm just so thankful for my ring. I love it so much, and it was such a fun process, like being able to do that with Brett, like being able to be a part of it. I'm so glad I was able to be a part of it. Like, that's such fun memories to have, like just like going to all the different stores and like trying on the rings. Like, it was so fun to do together. Like, I don't know, for my personality and our relationship, like, I would have hated to have done that alone, but I can totally see where if your relationship is different, that works for you. But anyways, I hope this video was really informative and really helpful. I hope that you get the most beautiful ring of your dreams, just like I did, and I'll see you guys in my next wedding series video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!